Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes down all my prescriptions. He gives me all of my medicine in the room. Come on in, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Have a seat. Bring a friend. I know we haven't talked about the Blach Church tea or news or maybe shenanigans, we should say, in a while. So I said, I gotta come back into my day one peeps. I'm like, they probably been missing me. I've been missing them. So I've been, me, I'm always watching videos and seeing news and stuff is popping up on my timeline. I said, I got to come over here and talk about this tonight. I don't know, Blach Church, are y'all trying to get some attention because Jaguar out here doing all kind of stuff? Then I just heard Orlando Brown doing something. Winans family, what's going on with y'all? Ooh. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Christine. Thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all come on in. Those of y'all in the bushes and the clouds, hello. How you doing? Haters, thank you for being here. I'm going to pray for you today. I'm going to have some more things for you to hate on. Haters are really confused at Mars. I just feel like that. Confused at Mars. Someone told me that. But, yeah, do y'all like my thumbnail? I said, Jag, we're going to have to wait to talk to you later on. I got to talk about this church news tonight real quick. Shout out to the day one subscribers. Shout out to the day two subscribers. Shout out to the most recent 278 of you who have subscribed to me in the past month. I appreciate it. I know you're liking the Jaguar right coverage. Also, some of you come over and subscribe to Let Me See Your Transcript Reactions. And hopefully, eventually, I want to do like movies and like clips, like that I see some of the comedians do, but that's eventually, down the line. But thank y'all. My last video from yesterday, it was a little bit longer. It was a live, Let Me See a Transcorrection video. It was 40-something minutes. Now, to let you know, if you saved or super saved, okay, that video, episode 4, Let Me See your transfer reaction, it may not be for you because we're dealing with someone who is, that I'm reacting to their video, who is not a Christian, okay? And so I don't want to, so I'm just saying it's triggering, it'll probably be triggering for you, so you might want to skip this one, okay? Thank you, Christine, I appreciate it. Now, there's some subs out there that I haven't seen in a while, and I would love to see them again. But I know, schedules are busy, but some of them catch me on the replay. Shout out to the replay gang. Because sometimes I leave my live, I'm like, only that many people saw it? And then like an hour, 2 hours, and the next day later, I'm like, and I see all these people had left messages. Y'all really love me. Love your replay gang. Christine said, yeah, but it was funny. I'm sorry, but she was blonde. Oh my goodness, the junk. I was like, I said, Jag messed with the wrong one. Should never came to that lady with that foolishness. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Christine. I had some other people say they liked it too. Boy was looking at me all crazy. He was looking at me like, are you okay? I was like, save me, boy. Boy was looking at me like, lady, I'm a dog. Can't save you for her. But definitely check out Walk with the Ancestors and Miss Dean. So, but yeah, she was serious on that one. I was like, I said, I believe in the power of the blood of Jesus, but Jaguar should never mess with this lady. She knows something. Hey, Dr. Nikki, how you doing? So glad to see you. Thank you for coming over to the other side. Let me see your reactions yesterday. So, but I have put like 5 links in the chat of some topics. Yeah, she's very scary, and I'm just like, Jaguar, you got this woman, man. Like, what were you thinking? You wasn't thinking at all. You wasn't thinking at all. Gonna bring a fake Aaliyah R. Kelly daughter to her. Talking about you want to speak to Aaliyah. Girl, if you, And why are you disturbing the dead? They are resting in peace. They are over there in the heavenly choir. Directed by Aretha Franklin. With Whitney, Billie Holiday, TLC, Left Eye. Why are you over there by Nancy Wilson? Why are you bothering them? Anna James, they got stuff. They are trying to have the choir ready for Sunday. And you over there trying to mess with them. Mess with her. This is ridiculous. But anyway, I saw this news article, y'all. I gotta start with this news article I saw. This lady, black lady. Okay, y'all know black folks, we go to funerals. We send most of the time, not all the time. We send off our loved ones in a good style, grand style. Sometimes ratchet, sometimes ghetto, sometimes over the top. But we want them in the nice casket. We will lay them down in the ground. Why did this lady, y'all, decide to twerk on the casket? And she twerked so much that the casket came open. Okay, and disturbing the dead. Fix it. See. So I usually don't say, hey, you can't judge how people grieve, because everyone grieves differently. But ma'am, really? Twerking on his grave. At the gravesite. At the funeral. How do older folks say? The funeral. She was done at the funeral. Twerking on the casket. It caused a disturbance and a commotion. The link is in the description. And guess what? Justifiably so, she got arrested. Yes, ma'am, you should have. You should have. You should have. And what gets me about this, these must be some really nice black people. So, like maybe they're super saved, maybe they're very nice, maybe they're middle class, maybe they have a lot of, I don't know, whatever people, they just, easy going. Maybe they feel like, hey, she, having her arrested was enough. Because I know I got some cousins. If you had twerked on their casket of their dead brother, sister, mama, daddy, and the casket got open, and the person in the casket got disturbed, you and them was going to jail because they should have tried to whoop your ass. No, you didn't, ma'am. Nobody tried to swing on this lady. She wasn't the only one arrested. Oh my goodness. Maybe Big Mama stopped them. Maybe Big Daddy stopped them. So y'all doing enough. I'm serious. I had a cousin. I had some cousins that was gonna fight at a funeral. I was telling you. 2 different ones too. I had one crying over the cat. Girl, I seen it. I've been to good funerals, bad funerals, and some funerals just like, okay, But this one, hey Betty Yellick, so glad you could be here. But I was like, twerking on the casket, and it fell open, and nobody wanted to sleep. Not to say, you should be violent against nobody, but I'm just saying, You know, you twerking on the casket, and that's not the God of grief. Where it disturbs the dead like that. No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no hand, no burger. Okay, all right. So let's move on from that. So the next one I wanted to talk about. Shout out to the Thais report. I put his link in the chat. There's this pastor. I still haven't been able to get her name, but for some reason she was channeling Prophetess Juanita Bynum, and she was giving a sermon about, I guess, things being, was it forgiveness or rebuking? Like rebuking. I think it was rebuking people who have done wrong or whatever, And so there was a right way, I guess, a right way and a wrong way to rebuke, she's quoting the scripture. But I thought she was like giving an example when she was telling, she's like, oh, can the musicians play for me? Can the piano play for me? And the person started playing, and then all of a sudden she says to the drummer, like, oh, can you drum for me? And so it looked like he picked up the sticks, like he was going to start playing, but I guess he wasn't playing fast enough. And she was like, you can't follow the instructions? Then you need to get off here then. And then she called up someone else up there to play the drums. And then she said, you know what? You don't know what, she told the young man, so you don't know how something you are. And said, I'm gonna give you 48 hours to get to come to my office, I guess, apologize. And I was like, what is going on? Is this an example? Or is he really in trouble? I didn't know what he did. He said, so I asked you to play for me, and you said you didn't want to, or you would say, I don't like, you didn't want to? You act like you didn't want to do it? You didn't want to do it? And I'm just like, but I couldn't hear him. I don't know what he said or who was near. But I did know some man like went over there like he was gonna get on the drum. But then I heard some people in the audience going like, oh no. I don't know if it was oh no to her or oh no to him. And I'm just like, ma'am, I don't know if you channeling Juanita Bynum or you channeling Brian Carn. Oh yeah, I gotta do a lot. Maybe I do it Sunday. Let me see a chat reaction to Brian Carn. Someone sent me a video of him. Basically, ministers, they be getting personal in the pulpit, and they want to whatever's going on in their life, they got to preach about it. So Brian Carn is getting sued by Bishop Demetrius Synagogue, and so since then, other people have left his church and have gone on to Safe House Unmuzzled, and they have said, about how he runs his church and the other people in his church, some of the things that they're doing, and so I guess it must have got back to him, and so his whole sermon was about, oh, you think you think you're ready to leave and you ready to go, well then go, or something. Like he was preaching about people who chose to leave his church. And I'm like, sir, if they think you wrong, why do you need to stay there? Right? So, and then he's like, some of you want to go to your ministry, but I haven't, released you, or you're not ready yet. And then he started talking about, I think it was David and Saul in the Old Testament. So I was like, okay, so he's Saul, and he has to, and I was like, wait, he's the one in charge of letting someone know if they're ready to go out either in their ministry or leave or go, and I'm just like, man, you just sound like a very big ego. Okay, and by the way, Brian Carn is younger than I am. He's been preaching since he was a teenager. And by the way, he used to be Prophet Brian Carn. And by the way, he plagiarized a psychic. They both was wrong. And then I think he plagiarized this other lady, this other minister. Which I need to find something. She did something last week. I need to go look at it. It was the mouthwash prophecy. I have it on my channel. I'm like this. I'm like, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop it. Wait, I'm a drill rapper now. But I'm just like, okay now. I'm like, this is why people don't want to go to church. Like, come on. You know? So but the other thing, the big thing that's, my title of the video. Okay, so which one should I start with? Marvin or CeCe? Y'all need to put their name in the chat. Marvin or CeCe? I'm driving and I'm on the Bluetooth. Is it not loud enough? Plus, I'm a little congested too. Hey, Encourage NYC. Okay, I see someone put CeCe in there. I'm waiting on the rest of y'all. Oh, it's clear? Okay, thank you. Okay, while y'all putting either put Marvin or CeCe in the chat, I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about Kierra. That's a little bit more happier with her, but then I still see there may be some fallout by, the Christians and stuff. So, cause you know how they feel about secular music, you know. So better yet, but which order? I want to know which order should I go in. Okay, so Kierra Sheard is on a YouTuber that I follow. His name is Terrell Grice. Okay, and he does a lot of celebrities. He's done other, people in the church on his show too. Lots of singers, and he comes there and he asks them some really cool questions, and then he'll ask them to like sing and tell them, about, I'm sorry, the one that he had with the lady that kind of like got blacklisted because she sung at the Trump inauguration. I shared her video. I can't forget her name. Chrisette, is it what's her name? Chrisette Michelle. Oh, she has such a beautiful, clear voice, and I'm just like, Lord, I'm ready for her comeback. I'm ready for her act two. I know she made a mistake. She had to deal with repercussions, but she's got a wonderful, beautiful voice. Beautiful. So he had Kierra Sheard on, and she's singing Harry Styles, Beyonce, the Clark sisters, and she's talking about her new album. So, but I'm just wondering, since how some people feel about Beyonce in the church world, especially when she sampled Twinkie Clark's song for one of her secular songs, so the church girl song. So I was just like, okay, y'all. Greg be some on a federal phone line. So hey, Queen Gemini. So okay, someone said CeCe. Okay, I see two CeCes and two Marvins. Okay, somebody needs to. Oh, okay, I got two CeCe and two Marvins, y'all. Come on now. Two CeCes and two Marvins. Which order are we going in? Which order are we going in? Did y'all? Okay, I didn't put this in the chat while y'all telling me. 19 of y'all who are in the chat. I need some more. Is it CeCe going first, or Marvin going first? Y'all need to tell me now. Okay, I got a third one for CeCe. Is Craig B? Then cash at me, Craig B. So I was watching something on one of the young man, I think he's younger than me, whose video I put in the chat, the one about CeCe Winans. He had a video from last week, but I was kind of like getting tired of this other lady. Even though I did some videos about her. But it's just it was Kim Burrell. And so she was singing one of Leandreia Johnson's songs, but she was singing it to Leandreia Johnson. So I was like, okay, let me listen. And I listened to it and I was like, I know Kim Burrell can sing, but I was like, this is not your song, sweetie. This is not it don't give it like when Leandreia sings it. And I'm just like, maybe you giving her props, or maybe say, hey, I like you, I listen to you, I don't know. But I just didn't feel like, so I don't know. Is she trying to come out and make friends, and maybe she on her act 3 or 4, after, making folks mad last summer, by telling folks they ugly. Because I can say, a lot of people feel like, hey, when Leandreia keeps it real, everybody, I guess other people like it. But then when Kim Burrell gets real, they don't like it. And I think with Leandreia, we see her ups and downs. Like, she's trying to be better. She does have some ups and downs. It wasn't like she was raised in the church, like the COGIC sisters or the Winans family. She had other things that she was doing. And she's in a generation now where she's part of a generation that is a little bit more critical, sometimes justifiably, of the Blach Church and how they treat people. And Kim Burrell, I believe, is from the older generation that she's keeping the baton on from, that has told her or shown her how she's supposed to act, say, and do. And so when she says things like, start saying things, it seems to be very bougie, elitist, and not very welcoming. That's just me. Just me. But I do love Kim Burrell on that Victory song that Pharrell wrote, and I just really hate that she had to make a comment about gay people in her church, and she got disinvited from the Ellen show. And I'm thinking, like, ma'am, I mean, I understand Christians have a belief, they want to say, they want to do certain things, but sometimes it's how you say things. And my thing is this: do you not know you are going on a gay person's talk show? If you felt so strongly about gay people, like you said in your sermon, you wouldn't have been going. Huh? But you was at home in your church. I guess you feel like you could say what you want and nobody was going to record you. They did. They did. They did. They did. So I think I got 3 CeCes to 2 Marvin, so I'm going to go with CeCe. So I'm going to say this. I love CeCe Winans. I do. She has a very beautiful, angelic voice. I first learned about her, I think, high school. Her and her brother, BB and CeCe. Because at first I didn't always could tell that their songs were gospel songs. They were much more contemporary. They were being played on the secular, stations. But it seemed that they liked it because it said, when people came to that concert and they thought they were just R&B, but then they got a Christian message there. Like, hey, great, And they both went on their solo careers. And there's 2 songs I really like from CeCe Winans. One is Mary's Alabaster Box, and I like is it War? So I think it's called War. right? And so at like that time, BB and CeCe were on what's that show? They were on Martin doing one of the Christmas specials. So, but CeCe Winans is a first lady. Her husband is a minister. So it looked like to me in the videos in the description that she was giving a sermon. I don't know if it was like ladies, whatever. Maybe she's co-pastor. I don't know. I got to do some more. But it was like she was giving a message about, I guess, what you listen to, who you're around, and what you do. Is it in line with the Lord? Is it in line with Scripture? Is it in line with God? Okay, you got a certain walk in life. Are you talking the talk? Whatever you talking, you walking in the same way. Which I can understand that. But the example she gave was like, she said, I'll give you an example. My friend Whitney Houston, who's going on to glory. She's my sister. I love her. She's my friend. She came to me one time and says, "Hey, I want you to be on this or in this I'm Every Woman video, but I know you won't do it." And she said to Whitney, "Oh yeah, I won't do it. You know me." And it's because, according to CeCe, the first lyric of I'm Every Woman says, "I can cast a spell." And I was like, okay. And she said, that's demonic. That song is demonic. And so she said she couldn't do it. She didn't do it. And she said, but Whitney came back to her and says, came back with Count on Me. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's friendship. Oh, yeah, I can do that. And I was like, Bobby does talk about friendship. And she was like giving that as an example. And I understood what she was saying. But at the same time, I was like, demonic is a strong word, man. CeCe? First Lady CeCe, First Lady. Demonic is a very strong word, y'all. Am I the only one thinks that her word choice? Y'all not saying nothing. Is it a delay? Can y'all hear me? Okay. I just felt like, okay, I understand. And I was trying to think about the lyrics to the song, right? And I was like, I can cast a spell, thinking you can tell, make a move for the fire in you. I'm trying not getting it right. Somebody put the lyrics in there. Somebody put the lyrics. Can somebody put the lyrics in? Hey, Samba Queen, how you doing, sis? I ain't seen you in a while. I'm glad to see you. How you been? You mean I can cast a spell? I mean, Whitney was doing a remake of a Shaka Khan song. So what other word could they replace it with? Man, the song was not I'm Every Witch. It was I'm Every Woman. I don't think the label was really casting a spell. Craig Beats, I need you to start trolling a little bit. I need you to pull back on your trolling. Okay? For you get in, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Encourage NYC. I can cast a spell. Secrets you can tell. Makes a special brew. Oh, okay. Okay. Put fire inside of you. Anytime you feel me, I will appear. Oh, okay. I can set your knees like right on to me. Can't make a rock push right. And when it comes out the world, back to love. I got it. Oh, she's speaking of the power of womankind, not magic. But I guess the metaphors that she's using, it does feel like, I guess it feels like a potion or a spell. But then think about, okay, she still did a song for a secular soundtrack though. But according to her, the song was about friendship. The Bible does talk about friendship. And think about, she's from a gospel Christian gospel family. So I think, like I said, I think that also had something to do with it. Plus, she's married to a minister. I think they've been married like 30 something years or maybe more than that. So I can see, like, how are you the first lady? You in this gospel family and you over there singing. I think in the video I think in the video I watched, she did. I think Whitney didn't even ask her to sing it. She just asked her to be in the video. That's true, Lindsay. She did sing a circle of a soundtrack though, and it was for a movie. Yeah, okay. She didn't sing the lyrics. She could have done a cameo from a church or something. Oh yeah, if you every woman, yeah, and it could have been a lot of other women in different places. Well, she wasn't going to sing it with Whitney anyway. Just don't sing those lyrics. What do you say, Simon Queen? I can't believe these with these hyper Christians. I can't with these. What you say? Hold on. I can't with these hyper Christians. Meanwhile, they out here sexing everybody. Yeah, I mean that's a good point because it's like, hey, CeCe, you talking about this song? Um, what about the other stuff that's going on in the church? You're not talking about that, you know. But I have to admit, it doesn't seem. I guess I feel like it is. I'm gonna say it's judgmental to me, right? Like demonic is a strong word. It's like I remember is a demonic song, you know, and um, but I feel like it's not as maybe hypocritical as, or maybe y'all might disagree with me, as when Juanita Bottom was like playing that song talking about, oh, you can't listen to secular music, you gonna go to hell. I mean, and then like there's a video of her dancing to a secular song, and then some of her followers like, oh, that song wasn't bad, it wasn't nasty, and then Juanita Bottom gonna come out talking about, oh, the Lord, He dealt with me because of that. And I'm just like, ma'am. So at least CeCe didn't say, hey, all secular songs, were demonic, but I just feel like, But she was gonna sing a different song. She said she didn't want to be in the I'm Every Woman video. Yeah, that's true. Because they were like, oh, who's that with Whitney Houston? Oh, that's her gospel singer friend, CeCe Winans. True. You know what encouraged NYC? Yep. Mario Winans is her nephew. Peaches and cream. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, let me tell y'all a little tea about Mario Winans though. So his mama's Vicky. Vicky used to be married to Marvin. Did y'all know that Marvin Winans is Vicky Winans' second husband, and that Vicky was married to someone before? Guess what? Mario is actually Marvin's stepson, but he raised him as his home, and his last name is Winans. Oh, Summer Queen. I don't know. Did he know it was a Christian song? Wait, is Mario in 112? He just did that one song. Cause then he sing another song called I Don't Wanna Know. Please don't let it show. My heart can't take it anymore. Yeah, Peaches and Cream, yeah. I think Mario either wrote it or he was in the group, I think, too. But I know he had like a solo song, too. Ooh, to have been at that family reunion, that come up. Okay. But him and Marvin and Vicky got divorced, and then she lost a whole lot of weight. I don't know if she had a gastric bypass or a trainer or what. But then she got remarried a third time. I was like, dang, Vicky. I said, I thought y'all said y'all not supposed to get divorced and remarried. I don't know. But was he a minister too? Because I want to say the first one was a minister too. It's like, Vicky, I think she grew up in the church too. So, I guess that's who you're supposed to get married to and everything. So, but that her third husband died. He got sick and died. So she's a widow for this time. Hey, I am him first. But then guess what, y'all? Bishop Marvin, he was engaged to somebody, I think. And then I think he called off the engagement. And then, like last year, I think he got married to somebody. And I was just like, okay. I still look at him sideways though. Leading into Marvin. Because okay, so this is why the city of Detroit is suing him. Shout out to Detroit. Okay, so he has a church called Is it the Perfecting Church, y'all? Or the Perfect Church? What is it? I know he got different locations, okay? So he's been building this, I guess, mega church version of the church he got now for like 18 years. 18 years. They build a foundation. Something contract don't get finished. Gotta wait. Gotta call somebody else in to do something else. Oh, this wasn't done right. Okay, we gotta redo this and put this there. So there's this basically church, an unfinished mega church in a part of Detroit, and he's been doing that for 18 years. And I kept saying, and I did a video on this. I think, did I private it or is it still public? Where I basically compared Marvin Winans to Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson's been talking about having his own school since 2009. He bought 4 buildings 4 years ago. He been talking about a grand opening for 4 years. It needs an HVAC. Okay? It needs to be painted. It needs the board or whatever, the floor in the gym needs to be done. And then he's always got an excuse like, oh, someone vandalized this. Oh, someone, we don't have enough donors. The detractors. He's been offered help and has refused it by Lord Jamar and by this, most recently by this lady. She's, what's her name? She literally created a institute to teach young women, I think men, young teenagers to be good with their money. And I'm thinking like, dude, how are you? But he's always complaining about someone else got a school, Q-Butter. He actually has a school, I believe, in Brooklyn. But if you can't physically go to the school, you can do their homeschool online program. And so a lot of people are like, well, how come you didn't do that? But he's like, oh, I want a real school. But then he started talking about the school like, oh, we're gonna bus in kids from Connecticut and Massachusetts and New Jersey and New York. And I'm like, sir, your school is in Delaware. He just took the boys out the windows last week. That's what I was thinking. Like, is Marvin Winans the gospel version of Umar? Who is Cherie? Who's Cherie? Is she a basketball wife or Real Housewives or something? Who is she? Like, and then okay, when you watch shout out to Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect, because that's who I found about it from her. So oh, did I misspeak? Because I thought I said stepson, but I said nephew. Thank you, Uncle Fred. So glad to see you. Thank you, Uncle Fred. Sometimes I be talking so fast, and my brain knows what I want to say, but my mouth says it first, and it don't always come out right. Thank you. It's a stepson, but he raised him, as his own, and he took his name. All right. But yeah, and then okay, so when you look at um, Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect. Also check out her videos about student following Bishop Lamar's Whitehead's cases, right? So, oh, when I said nephew, I meant Mario is CeCe Winans' nephew. That's what I meant. But yeah, I probably did say it the other way. So, her thumbnail is a quote from Bishop Marvin Winans saying, it is regret that the city took these steps against us. Sir, why do you feel like why are you saying it like you got done wrong and it ain't probably sent you their lawyer sent you some paperwork, some letters, some notices, gone by there, went by the other church you actually are in. Like, this is like you so unexpected. Come on, Bishop Marvin. Come on. 18 years? 18? 18. Okay. Cherie, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember they got her for taking so long to build her house. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't watch it when she was doing that. How long did it take her? How long did it take her? Was it like a couple of months, couple of years? It wasn't a decade, was it? Now I got that song by Mario Winans in my head. I don't wanna know. Just give Brother Umar everything you own, plus the shut off your back, and he will get it done, brothers and sisters. If I had to get an Umar, I might as well get I might as well give to Bishop Marvin Winans. He'll go out there and help him put some boards up on the church. Lord forgive me for saying that. Bishop Marvin Winans, you ever thought that maybe this is a sign from the Lord that, hey, this is actually not the house of God that I want you to be doing right now, the building right now? Do you understand that? I mean, were there some times when you got sick? I know Pop Wine is that. Wait, is Mom Wine still alive? Maybe he was going through some sickness or something. I don't know. I know he got, I think the last 18 years he did get a divorce, right? Okay, so I don't know. Maybe. Wait, years on the divorce? Well, where was she living in the meantime? An apartment, condo, the old house. Did she finally get in the new house? Oh crap! I keep forgetting. God dang it, y'all! It's the rodeo time, and shoot, it's that time of the year. I really need to be leaving work a lot earlier than I do. Oh, geez. But thank y'all for helping me on my way home. Okay, we're moving. We're moving. Uh, I kind of missed that rental that I was driving for a couple of weeks. It had a lot more leg room, but I don't want. I don't want. Yeah, it was a Chrysler Pacifica. That's why. Okay, so I'm about to leave that for my other video. I just thought about something. Thought about something. Let me speaking of church. Well, you know, I might have to talk about it. Speaking of church, guess what church? Okay, so y'all not been talking about Jaguar and Goomba and everything like that, right? Guess what church Goomba family belongs to, y'all? Y'all wouldn't believe this. Yes. They are members of the COGIC church. Daddy is a pastor, mama is the first lady. And I said to myself, how the heck, I'm sorry, you know, y'all say, how the heck did Goomba get from the COGIC church? You was raised in the church. Because that's what they say, you are born in it. You don't, if you real, whatever, you born in it or something, you know, like that. How'd you get with Jaguar? Did she visit? Well, no, they said they met at the VFW. What was they having at the VFW? Because he's a veteran. Okay, who invited Jack to the VFW? Huh? Who? I'm trying to figure out. And I think they didn't get married in the COGIC church. Something like Jaguar with her voice. See, she didn't do this right. This is what should have happened, y'all. This is what I think. Actually, I didn't scream with nobody today. The group of students I got, they're really good. These are probably the best students I've had in a long time. I don't have to yell at nobody. Yeah. Oh, hey, Leonard Emil, I'm so glad you could be here. Yes, they are in a very codependent relationship. He finally left her. Please, Goomba, I pray that you don't go back. Please stay with your mama and daddy. Go to the church, have them lay hands on you or something. What? Oh. Jag likes to play with those filters. Was it on Jaguar's page or was it on the Philadelphia page, Lindsay? Yeah, he did. And that's why I was like, how did Jag get to the VFW? And then the stuff she said about his family. Oh, it was so unchristian-like, ungod-like. I wanted to reach through the phone and hit her myself. I said, how you gonna say this on the social media? And then had the nerve, and she said it like on more than one occasion. Basically, she accused the mom of incest and then cheating on the father with the brother. So Goomba, according to her, Goomba's daddy really is the uncle. Now I'm actually behind this bus that is going to the rodeo. Oh, cause Jaguar likes those filters and stuff, and she'll put a phone in his face. She does. She's done it before. She's done this a lot. But I heard, and then when she said about the dad, about the brother, said the brother was a bad cop. She said, "Oh, Bobby, who owns the barbershop where I got beat at, they selling drugs over there. My husband is smoking weed with fentanyl, and he stole my money. He has a laptop. He has this and that, and then had the nerve enough to say, y'all, I was okay. I was driving to work. Okay, so I drive, and I need something to help me get through the traffic, right? So tell me why I'm listening to Tokyo Tony. And here's Jaguar for a third or fourth time in like since Monday when she got arrested. Is talking so bad about this man. That's her husband. And he's actually was doing right because when you're with, I do think she got some narcissism, but I do think she got some mental problems. He actually said that she has what he said she got bipolar disorder with something, and it was like psychotic something or another. So I gotta go find the clip because so I'm listening to her, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, he 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 needs to come back home if so we don't get killed." And I'm like, "Killed?" So basically, according to her, some her friends, I guess back on the East Coast are Italian in the mob, and Goomba took one of their hands on a deal, and so he's really jeopardizing, I guess, their life or whatever. I'm thinking like, Jazz. And I'm looking at Tokyo Tony's face, and she's looking with the scrunched up face, and I was like, Tokyo Tony don't believe nothing of this shit. Stuff. And I'm thinking like, ma'am, you trying to, if she keeps calling him, he won't answer, which is great. When we're narcissists, or in this case, a toxic person, um, he needs to block her on social medias. He needs to start watching social media. He might need to block people that Jag is using, I think, to keep in contact with him, because he needs to go somewhere and get himself together mentally. He suffers from anxiety. Can you imagine suffering from anxiety and you're married to Jaguar, who constantly gaslights you? Why would Goomba want to come back to her? He did address her about what she said about his family, and then he said he was gonna send her an email. He's resigning from Philadelphia, and he said he might do something that he wanted to do, But I knew he was gonna do something like leave her because it was a video he made. I think supposedly Legina called the police on Goomba because him and Jaguar were fighting. Or according to Jaguar, he elbowed her or something like that. And then a couple of days later, he was on live, and he was like, he looked tired. He looked like he was worn out. He was like, I'm tired. Can't take it anymore. People think I'm stupid, but I'm not stupid. Tired of the disrespect. I said, okay, that man's tired. He's tired. He want to go. So, and girl, she been off of it ever since that man left. Like, that man ain't finna come back to you. But you know what? I think maybe he has more than just anxiety. Because I'm thinking like, maybe you got depression too. Because think about this. Let's say I don't know how she got to the VFW. Let's say he just got out. I don't know, military. I don't know. He just started on the medication. It wasn't all working right, but it was working. And let's say she kind of was on her medication at the time. Okay. And let's say they, love at first sight. I think they said they've been together 4 years, but they've been officially married for 1. Sometimes a mental illness, well, hey, oh dear, hey, V to V. I think sometimes a mental illness will make you deal with or accept things that you wouldn't normally accept under regular circumstances. Craig Beats. Craig Beats. You know, and so maybe it was good for a while. Maybe she had, because she's a good storyteller. She should be reading some audio books to people or something, or writing a book, being a voice for a graphic novel. I mean, even talking said, girl, you spin a web. And then the thing is with, narcissists and probably, toxic people, she probably love bombed him, He probably like, oh, I never had a love like this before. And then one day then piece by piece, what they do, they start withdrawing. The narcissists start withdrawing the love. So then you'll do everything they say to get back the love bombing that they had before. And they will play those types of games with you. And so in Jaguar's case, she does, oh, I don't have my medicine. Oh, my family is a problem. Oh, it's Rock Nation. It's Jay-Z. It's my ex-husband. Oh, it's my ex-mother-in-law. And she got the same problem now that she had the last time. She had a fight in 2018 with her ex-mother-in-law. And then said the woman never liked me. Guess what she's saying about Goomba Mama now? This woman, she never liked me. Why are they not liking you, Jaguar? What are you saying to these people? You don't want to be liked. I wonder, do you want to be liked? You trying to poison that man against his mama who is trying to get along with you? But you want to make it out that she's the problem. That woman should not be your competition. And right now, hopefully Goomba does go through this divorce. I really think it's a toxic relationship, and I'm really scared for this man, y'all. Y'all pray for Goomba, because I've actually been, even though I be doing this video on Jaguar, I actually pray for her and all those people who are around her, because I be like, I don't know what is she's going to do. I think deep down she's probably hurting. She's put on this, this big, strong, whatever, hyper, whatever facade of hers, and we are really looking at her in the middle of a nervous breakdown or a drug binge or both. Like right now, she's a female version of Orlando Brown. And you're pushed away your husband. I don't know where your mama and your son are, but then you want to get all these other people around here that you want to save. Legina, Velvet, Solar. Ma'am, do you want to be married? Do you want this man? Or do you just want somebody to boss around? Because when you look at her, she's in authority. She can tell them other ones what to do, and they'll do it. But Goomba is not like that. I think she slowly has done something over the years. And I just had a thought. I wonder, has she ever hid his medicine? And the thing is, if you're mentally, and it's the same thing with someone trying to be sober. When you're trying to be sober, or when you're trying to get in your right mind, and if your partner is not doing that, that is going to impact your sobriety and also your mental health. And so right now, he gotta worry about himself. In the past 6 weeks, since Martin Luther King Probably before Martin Luther King week, you done brought former cult members who still act like cult members around your husband, around your house. Ma'am, what you want are fans. Solar was a fan. And now you're saying, oh, he's going to be the assistant. What do you got? Okay. Now she's talking about Regina going to probably be her assistant or something. And I'm so glad Tucky made a good point tomorrow. Let Regina get her own Roku channel, or let Regina do something. So why are you doing everything? She's grown. So Tony told her to go, let that girl go, send her back home, and that Tucky say, you need to be worrying about the music. The worry about the music and not all this carbonation and all this kind of stuff. Okay, I think I'll pick up my medicine tomorrow. Okay. I finally got home. It took me longer than a second because, traffic. She sprinkled some voodoo powder on her. You know what, Craig Beats? You know what? At this point, the way she been working, she probably could have. But I think part of me was happy when she got arrested because I was like, okay, everybody else around her, Regina gonna go back home. The car people gonna go. Mama and Sam gonna be okay at the house. Goomba gonna go off and be off, get himself together. But then she got bailed out. I said, God damn. And Regina said she did. I'm like, girl, and I think someone told me, you got to have a Texas ID. So who bailed you out? But then who was she with the very next day? Shaka, Velvet, and DJ Genesis. So I'm like, okay. So Regina had help. Yeah. But thank y'all for listening to me for an hour. If I get some more Blach Church news, I will definitely let y'all know. And please check out the content creators and the links I put in the description. Thank you, Craig Beats. Thank you, oh dear V2V. Y'all need to check out V2V's channel. Thank you, Lindsay. All right. Leonard Emil Taylor. I am human first. Uncle Fred Samuel. Samba Queen. All right. Christine Parks. Thank you, Encourage NYC. Who else is in here? Thank you, Betty Yellick. Thank you, Queen Gemini. And thank you, Dr. Nikki MPW, Proctor Walden, PhD. And I think. And thank you to those of you who are watching in the window, in the bushes, or from the clouds. Okay, I appreciate all of y'all. Please leave a comment in the description. And also, if you have another idea for me to do a reaction video, just let me know. So, or if you guys got any receipts or anything. Now, some lady did contact me about something in the Blach Church, but I emailed her back and said, hey, I need some type of proof or receipt that this is, a valid story. So when I get confirmation on that, then I can bring it to y'all, because I don't want to bring y'all no fake something. Because remember what happened when I was doing the takeoff coverage. And I'm still following the takeoff coverage. This is not as big as anymore. And I'm still following people who are doing the Shaquilla Robinson investigation too. It's just not as, the big trending topic anymore, but I still follow it. So I don't know if Sanchez is in town. I'm sorry, I get news alerts, y'all. I don't like that man. He probably gonna go by Austin and visit Governor Greg Abbott. I think they in a group message. They be coming up with stuff. I do think so. I think so, y'all. Oh yeah, pray for tech. Oh yeah, shout out and praying for the HISD teachers. TEA is talking about taking them over on Monday. There's been a couple of press conferences. I have friends who work there, um, um, former parents, colleagues, students who are now teaching in the district now. So I'm just really concerned about them. One school failed, y'all. One school failed. I'm really tired of this governor, and he got a third term. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I didn't vote for him. None of those times. But the rest of the state, So I will be in somebody's chat. I don't know who. I think a lot of different people are going live tonight. So definitely check them out. There's some really great content creators in the chat. Dr. Nikki O'Dear. If you like Bigo drama, cause I watch O'Dear Vita V's channel, and sometimes I get hooked. I be like, who is this? Oh wait, who are these people? And then next thing you know, a whole 30 minutes went by. I said, I need to get to some work. Wait, you need to react to that American Idol contestant. I am Tomji. Okay, can you email it to me? Wait. LMSYT, you got a cartel and need some coke for cheap. You better call Jaguar. You better call Jaguar. And Jaguar, I think, gonna go to jail for real, y'all. She tells on other people, but then be telling on herself at the same time. Talking about Goomba, he takes that weed and he put the fentanyl in there. I'm like, how you know? And then she finally admitted, oh yeah, I don't smoke some of it with him. What? Talking about, oh, I got cash apps that say gas. That's where he go get the weed from. They've been putting the fentanyl in the weed. They got that's what she said. Bobby is the one at the barbershop got the cartel connection. I'm like, girl, you snitching on him on the social media, gonna get all the people hooked up. But someone made a good point. Some people feel like, hey, if I can't have you, no one can. So I guess this is her way of making sure nobody can. I'm like, okay, sis. She could have got her man back. All she had to do was sing a song. Well, no, she really need to go back to that hospital, send Legina back, the carbonation people gone, get a therapist, the right drugs, be in the hospital like 30 days, come out, go to marriage counseling, individual counseling. That takes a lot, don't it? But if she wanted to temporarily get him back, all she had to do was sing a song, y'all. Like, you couldn't sing a song to get him back? You harass him on social media and phone calls and think you're gonna get him back? Okay. Y'all probably say, this is supposed to be about the Blach Church. Let me get out here. I'm sorry, y'all. So, but yeah, Kurt Beach, you gotta when Jaguar Wright Johnson go live, you need to go over there and say, hey, how can I get a hold of Bobby? Don't go over there and say that she gonna cut you out. I'll say, how can I get a hold of Bobby at the barbershop? They get some of that. He help me with the cartel. My thing is, if mafia people and cartels, you really not supposed to be telling nobody that you know them. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Yeah, just saying. I need to go with Bobby over at the barbershop. Can he give me a connection with the cartel? Oh. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye.